went from being laid off with nothing to investing and selling over 100 real estate properties. Yes, you can invest in real estate with little money, and I will prove it. Because women are rewriting the rules of wealth building, and you can too. My name is Korianne. I have been investing in cash flow real estate for over 20 years. I actually hit financial independence in my mid-30s, and now my passion is to teach other women how to do the same. So today, I want to share some of the biggest lessons I have learned after buying, holding, and selling more than hundreds properties over the years. I will tell you exactly what worked, what I have do differently, and how you can start with buying your first rental, even if you feel like you don't have the money right now. Let me take you back for a second. 2001, I became a landlord completely by accident. I had an old house, and instead of selling it, I decided to rent it out. And honestly, I didn't know much about real estate at the time. But that one little decision changed the entire course of my life. I started small. I saved a big chunk of my active income, about 30 to 40% of what I brought home. And I used it to buy my first 10 rental properties. I always put down 20% and use bank loan for the rest, and make sure the cash flow cover the mortgages and expenses. Then I realized something powerful. As those properties went up in value, I could do what called a cash out refinance. That means you take some of the equity out and then reinvest it into new projects. I did that over and over again. That's how I went from one accidental rental to building a portfolio of 45 properties at one time. And let me just say, if a mom with 2 toddlers can figure this out, you can too. I do believe in you. How did I do it? Let's break this down. Here are the exact formula I followed to grow. I saved 30 to 40% of my take-home income. I bought properties in market that were growing, so I got both cash flow and appreciations. I always use bank financing, 20% down and 80% loan. Simple, right? When those property appreciated, I pull equity out and reinvested. I look for wholesale deals, meaning I was buying at a discount and add value, refinance it again, and keep going. That's the rhythm of wealth building. Save, invest, grow, and repeat. And if you stay consistent, it compounds faster than you think. And if you are curious how I was able to save 30% of my take-home income to invest in real estate, you can want to check this video out at the end of this video. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Korianne, what if I don't have savings? What if I cannot put 20% down? So let's talk about how you can invest in real estate with little to no money of your own. Here are some real strategy I would use. Partner with someone who has the money while you bring the knowledge and manage the project. Work with private money lenders or even money lenders. Don't underestimate families and friends. Sometimes they have the money but not the know-how. Use creative financing strategies like owner financing. And of course, the BIRD strategy: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. This one is game changer. The key is this: if the numbers make sense, the money will show up. Investors love good deals. For the powerful example of this in action, one of my students recently used private money lenders to fund 2 of her projects, and she gained instant equity over $100,000. I share her incredible story in the video, which I have linked for you in the description below. It's a must-watch to see what's possible. Another story: one of my students didn't have much to start, but she partnered with a friend who had savings, bought a small rental together, and used the BIRD strategy. Within 3 years, she had tripled her portfolio. So let me ask you, if you had the chance to partner on a deal tomorrow, what role would you rather play? The money partner or the knowledge partner? Tell me in the comments. I would love to know. Now, I want to speak directly to the woman watching. So many women ask me, Korianne, where do I start? I don't want to deal with constant repairs or stressful tenants. Here is my advice to you. Start with buy and hold properties, especially if you have a full-time job. Consider new built properties at the beginning. They often need less maintenance, which means fewer headaches. Be consistent. Even if you just buy one property a year, over 10 years, that's 10 properties. And trust me, the wealth compounds. Be clear on your strategy. Are you chasing growth or are you focusing on cash flow for stability? Finally, pick the market that fits your goals. Not every city is right for everyone. Remember this core principle: real wealth is built in the holding, not the flipping. In a desirable market with strong, diverse economies and consistent population growth, it's a well-observed trend for property value to double every 15 to 20 years. The strategy is to buy in the right location and then have the patience to let time work its magic. My first rental property had tripled in value and made its new owner a millionaire. It's the most powerful story I have about the wealth you build when you hold on the property long term. I share the full detailed story in the video link in the description. You don't want to miss this one. Watch it, please. Here is the big truth I would learn after hundreds properties. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's about creating steady, reliable cash flow that gives you freedom. I didn't start with millions. I started with one rental. And then I reinvested, stay consistent, and keep learning. And that's it. And if you can do it, if I can do it, you can too. The sooner you start, the sooner your money start working harder than you do. By the way, if you want to learn the strategy that one of my students make $100,000 and how becoming a homeowner can help someone build a 2 million in wealth. And one last thing, if you are ready to take this seriously, I'm opening up a mentorship for just 10 women. If you want to be one of them, the link to join the waitlist is right there in the descriptions. Don't wait. Remember, your financial independence is closer than you think. I will see you in the next video. Ciao.